Alright, so what's our first question?
Okay. So, I'll start with sort of a hard one. 2x squared plus 4 equals 9.
We're supposed to do this by completing the square, right?
Actually,
Or we're supposed to use the square root rule. How are we doing this?
I think you use the square root rule here. So wouldn't you divide the 2 first?
No, you're going to move the 4 first.
Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah, you move the 4, negative 4. So, 5, 2x equals 5. Then do you divide by 2?
Then you divide by 2.
So it would be x squared equals plus or minus square root of 5 over 2. Then
Well, actually, this is just x, right? Because we've already taken the square root of it.
oh, okay.
Right? Because when you take the square root, that square goes away, and then you're left with plus or minus the square root there, because you took the square root of both sides. Now what?
Then you have to like rationalize it.
Mm-hmm.
So you would multiply both sides by 2, I think. Plus or minus.
So I'll show the step here. You put the square root of 2 there and the square root of 2 there. Square root of 2 times square root of 2 gets rid of the square root on the bottom. I don't know why I keep on doing this. And then you're going to take square root of 5 times the square root of 2, so that gives you 10.
10. Plus or minus. Okay. So the next one is in parentheses x minus 7 squared equals 2. So first, would you square both sides?
Square root both sides, right?
Square root both sides. Okay.
So whenever you square root a number, you got to put plus or minus in front of that
2.
one.
So x minus 7 equals plus or minus square root of 2. Then you add the 7. X equals 7 plus or minus square root of 2. Okay.
All right.
So the next problem, x plus 12 in parentheses. Squared plus 3 equals 7. So get rid of the 3 first. X plus 12 squared equals 4. And square root both sides. Square root of 4 is 2. Or, yeah, x plus 12 equals plus or minus 2. Then you get rid of the 12. X equals minus 12. Minus 12 plus or minus 2. 2 minus 10, or 12.
So what's that going to be equal to?
Minus 14 and minus 10. Okay. Let's see. The next one is 3, and then in parentheses 2x plus 4 squared minus 7 equals 12. So first, would you add the 7?
Mm-hmm.
So 3 and then 2x plus 4 squared. Then divide the 3. So 2x plus 4 squared equals 19 over 3. Then square root both sides. So 2x plus 4 equals plus or minus square root of 19 over 3. Then you would get minus the 4. This would be minus 4 plus or minus square root of 19 over 3 equals 2x. Then you divide the 2. Wait, where did you get the 1/2? Oh.
When you divide by 2.
Until.
What do you? When you divide by 2, what? That's the same thing as multiplying by 1/2, right? Let's look. So let's say I have 4 and I divide it by 2. Can I write this as 4 times 1/2? What's 4 times 1/2?
Yeah, 2.
What's 4 divided by 2?
2.
So isn't that the same thing?
Oh, yeah. So,
So if I distribute this through, we still haven't rationalized that, and I would have done it here. I would have rationalized that way back there, but we have to rationalize this now.
Okay.
So rationalize that 19 over the square root of 3.
It would be 57 over 3. Plus or would it be plus or minus? And then minus 2 or minus.
Now I'm going to multiply the 1/2 through. Okay.
So wouldn't it just be a 6 on the bottom?
It would be a -2 there, plus or minus the square root of 57 all over 6. Yeah.
Okay, so do you only divide the 2 into the -4?
Because that's the only one that goes in evenly. Can I divide this 2 under that?
No.
So that's why I had to multiply it by the 3 down there.
Okay.
So that's what x is equal to.
All right.
I would suggest that when you do your square root, you rationalize it there so you don't mess it up later on.
Okay.
Because this is going to get more and more complicated the more and more numbers you stick over there. So you should have done that earlier.
Oh, when we were doing the problems today, he got like a different answer.
Did he get this?
Yep. Yeah, he got that.
It's supposed to be 57.
Yeah. So, how did he get that in?
Well, he's making this all one fraction.
Oh, so you.
I just multiply the 6 up.
Okay.
And I've taught you that fraction rule, right? You cross multiply,
Mm-hmm.
and then you multiply straight across, and so you'll get that.
Yeah. All right. So.
Either answer should be fine.
All right.
This is actually the one that's the more simplified anyway.
That one?
Yeah, the one that I wrote there.